Tonight, it's a heavyweight battle as the top two teams in arena football face off.
Mentally tough people win championships.
Just against the world, baby.
The unbeaten Orlando Predators are off to their best start in 16 years, often winning in dramatic fashion with 3 victories, coming by 3 points or less.
We're going to play soul ball and hit them right in the mouth.
With only 1 loss, the Philadelphia Soul are looking up at the Preds in the standings. Winners of 5 straight, the Soul have been blowing out the opposition by an average of 23 points.
Look, they want to be the bullies here. We're not going to take anything from anyone.
Something has to give. In Philadelphia, plenty of action, intensity, and celebration. Preds and Soul now. Welcome to Week 8 of the Arena Football League on CBS Sports Network, and welcome to Philadelphia. Tonight, it's the top 2 teams in the league, the unbeaten Orlando Predators and the 6-1 Philadelphia Soul. Standings as we approach the midpoint of the 2016 season there in the National. The Rattlers, they've dropped 2 in a row, but they still lead the LA Kiss in the American. What a battle. Orlando 7-0, the Soul 1 game back at 6-1. I'm glad you're along. Brent Stover alongside 3-time Arena Bowl champion quarterback. It's Pat O'Hara. This certainly is a pivotal matchup. Talking to Rob Keefe today, head coach in Orlando. Yeah, they're after their best start since 1994, but I think he feels a little bit disrespected still.
Yeah, I think that's the chip he always carries on his shoulder, but really a pivotal game at this midpoint of the season because it's kind of, as he says, the championship of the first half of the season. They're both in the American Conference. Only one can represent in the Arena Bowl. There's some disparity between those 2 teams and the teams below them, so a huge game tonight that we're fortunate enough to get to air.
For the Preds, it's been an electrifying combination. Randy Hippert at quarterback and Brandon Tompkins, not just on the outside, but everywhere on the football field.
Yeah, Hippert's really playing a high level, and he's got weapons all around him like Greg Carr, Brandon Tompkins, really playing a high level, can make all the throws, all the touch passes, adapted well in Matt Sock's new offense. Brandon Tompkins now electrifying, having a career year, leads the league in all-purpose yards. 21 total touchdowns, second in the NFL. He's got, I think, 17 in the air. He can rush the football in. This is where he's a threat, though, Brent. The determining factor tonight could be this. His ability to return the ball off the net has been outstanding.
3 total return touchdowns. On the other side, Sean Kalena-Moku for the Soul.
Nice pronunciation, Brent. Hey, SK playing at a huge high level. Not the biggest guy in the world, but huge heart. A friendly target for this guy, Dan Radabaugh, the reigning AFL MVP. He's playing at a high level, just like he's done year in, year out with weapons like Darius Reynolds.
5 wins in a row for Philly. Radabaugh in those games, 32 touchdowns, only 2 picks. The Soul home at Wells Fargo Center tonight for the Orlando Predators. It's going to be a good battle when we come back.
I can't stand disrespect. Okay, they came in to disrespect our organization already. There's no place for it. No place for it. You're playing 7-0. You're playing 7-0 tonight. You know why they're 7-0? They ain't played you yet. They ain't played you yet. Dominate. Every aspect of the game, dominate. Play with a chip on your shoulder. Play within ourselves. That's the key. Play within yourselves, all right? We don't need nothing special out of nobody. Go, everybody do their job, and we will dominate. All right, that's the word of the night, dominate. Let's go.
We're the road team. We're all we got, boys. We're all we got. Nobody's rooting for you. Nobody's rooting for you. And the funny thing is, we're 7-0, they're 6-1, but we're the underdogs. Nobody respects us in this league. They think it's a fluke. Right now, we're going to say this is the championship for the regular season for the first half of the season. We're going to get to 8-0, boys, but we got to prove people wrong. We got to prove people that we deserve to be 8-0. You got to earn 8-0. No participation trophies for 8-0. We talked about that. Go earn it, boys. They're not going to give it to you. You got to earn it. You guys ready to play a great brand of football on national TV? You about to play a great brand of football on national TV? Bring this thing up. Let's get this thing going. Let's make sure we show them who Orlando Predators are, boys.
Rob Keefe, Clint Dolzell, both head coaches playing the disrespect card. Yet they come in as the top two teams in the league. Down below for the first time tonight, we say good evening to Cassie McKinney. Cassie.
Randy, you guys are 7-0 with that target on your back going against one of the other top teams in the league. How do you embrace that challenge?
Well, we just got to come in here tonight and execute in a hostile environment, and that's really what it is. We only have us here tonight. We're going to be playing against a large crowd. Like I said, we just got to execute.
And what do you need to do to have a big night tonight?
I just got to let my playmakers be plays, take care of the football, move it up and down the field, and execute the game plan.
All right, we'll let you get out there. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
4 15-minute quarters, a running clock to the final minute of each half. 50-yard field by 85 feet, no punting, no stunning or twisting. Ball up the net live, one wide out can be in forward motion before the snap. Week 8 of the AFL. Wells Fargo Center is rocking. Phillies won 5 in a row. Orlando's yet to be beaten this season. Pat, this is going to be a fun one.
It really is. And with the added military night, they got the special uniforms on. Look at those uniforms, Brent. They're beautiful.
Orlando won the toss. They deferred. Philly gets it first. Chris Duval is out of the lineup with an injury. So a backup return man and gets wrestled down across the 10. And that's Dwayne Hollis. Dan Rodabaugh, the Red Rocket, having an MVP type season after being named the MVP last season.
Yeah, he's playing at an extremely high level. Arguably, you know, Nick Dabble in Arizona really is kind of, everyone thinks he's the greatest in the league, and he probably is. I'll tell you what, this guy, I'd take this guy any day of the week, the reigning MVP from 2015, Dan Rodabaugh.
Rodabaugh, career regular season against Orlando is 7-1. In 6 of those games, they've scored 61 or more points. Rodabaugh slings it near boards, overshot his man into row 1, looking early on for Sean Kalenomoku. And the starting offense for the Philadelphia Soul, we talked about Rodabaugh. Richardson is a very good fullback. Reynolds already with more catches than all of last year, and he played in 15 games last year. He comes in with 51 receptions. He's number 4 in receiving yards at 614. On second down, 10, Rodabaugh fires, caught, crossing midfield, and being strung down there as he falls forward is Darius Reynolds, catch number 52 on the season, gain 17.
Yeah, for Darius Reynolds, you want to get him going early. This guy out of Iowa State came in this league and showed his strength. This is a powerful receiver. Not necessarily a guy maybe going to run a 4.4 for you, but understands the angles. Very powerful underneath, getting yards after the catch. You saw about 5 defenders had to take him down. Darius Reynolds having a great season thus far.
From the Predator 23, opening possession for Philly. Kalenomoku in motion. Rodabaugh looks his way on the corner out. It's caught. And just shy of the goal line, he gets shoved into the boards. SK with a pickup of 22.
If you're going to play quarterback in this league, you're going to see Kalenomoku run a corner route, flag route, but watch how quickly that guy gets the ball out of his hands. 1, 2, 3, ball, almost a one-step and throwing to a spot, dropping it in to SK. A friendly target for Dan Rodabaugh.
First and goal from the 1. Reynolds in motion. Handoff left side. Jeremy Richardson scores a touchdown with a marker down.
Offside, 10, defense. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is touchdown.
1-yard score for Richardson, his 8th touchdown of the year.
Philadelphia is a quick scoring offense, and really it all starts with the head coach. Now, Clint Dolezal is a Hall of Fame quarterback in this football league, and he has really trained Dan Rodabaugh in his style of play. The way Rodabaugh plays is in mirror image of the way Clint played. Quick striking offense, excellent first drive.
Luke Collis holds Tommy Freever on the PAT, and it's good. The Philadelphia Soul, opening possession, 22 yards to Kalenomoku. puts him in the doorstep for Richardson. 7-0 in Philly. Four plays, 40 yards, 2.5 minutes. Jeremy Richardson with his 8th rushing touchdown of the season. A good start for the number 3 offense in the Arena Football League.
Yeah, one of the things that Philadelphia does, that not so much like other teams, is they do rush the football effectively. Clint Dolezal has done it with multiple different types of fullbacks. Jeremy Richardson is the guy who's played defensive line, back linebacker, he's played fullback, a lot of different positions, and having a lot of success at the fullback position in this offense of Clint Dolezal.
Brandon Tompkins back deep. Number 1 in the league in all-purpose yardage, 22.3 yards per return, as Freevert sends it away. And Tompkins tried to take it out of the slack net, but it's in row 1. It comes out to the 5. That might be a win if you're Philly.
I was about to say, Brent, like, if you could coach up the fans to, like, catch that ball back there and not let Brandon Tompkins, the all-purpose leader in yards, not return the ball, that's a home field advantage.
65%. Nearly 2,000 yards already for Randy Hippert, who leads the league in yardage. I like the 42 touchdowns to just 4 picks.
He's really taken the ball as well as any quarterback in the football league this year.
He's got the number 2 offense in the AFL. 61.5 points per game. Rifles it far side. Pass complete. Kendall Tompkins. He and Brandon Tompkins, not brothers, though they kind of act like it sometimes, as Kendall makes his 17th catch and gains 4. As we look at Orlando's starting offense.
Yeah, they got the McCray twins from UCF. Those are good football players now, playing respectively tight end, fullback. They can play center as well. Great Carr at 6'6", a tremendous target. Of course, the 2 Tompkins and Maxwell Longo.
So McCray and McCray really are twin brothers. No relation on the Tompkins. You mentioned the size of Carr at 6'6".
False start, 62, offense. Half the distance, second down.
They've also got Larry Brackens, who plays quite a bit, and he's 6'5". And you mentioned the McCray twins. Both rookies, obviously. Jordan plays tight end. Justin plays fullback. At least tonight, Justin does. Sometimes you'll see him across the O-line.
Yeah, and at UCF, they were both played left and right guard for Blake Bortles on that Fiesta Bowl team a few years ago. Excellent players. Good addition for Rob Keith.
Yeah, they smoked Baylor in that game.
That's right.
Probably the biggest win in program history. Hippert zips one over the middle. It's caught by Brandon Tompkins. His first reception, forward progress out to the 13, a gain of 8.
You know, when you're backed up and inside your own 5 at the quarterback position, and as a play caller, you see Matt Sock right there. You just want to kind of get the ball out of your hands, and you don't want anything bad to happen, like safeties or tackle for losses in the backfield. So a little hitch route to Tompkins, get him going, creates a manageable 3rd down. Brent.
3rd and 2, the defense across the bottom of your screen. The league's number 1 scoring and total defense, giving up just 41 points a game and 242 yards. On 3rd and short, the pass is caught over the middle. It's Kendall Tompkins with his 2nd catch. Out to the 22, a gain of 9. Move the sticks for Orlando.
Well, a nice job by Hippiard and the offensive line in protection, because this is supposed to be a quick screen. Out to Greg Carr up top. All right, but it's not there, and really calmly Hippiard finds Tompkins for the 1st down.
As advertised so far, both sides good offensively to start. But again, that Philly D, they've been extremely good, especially at the back end. Hippert slings it, caught, and then broken up. And that's part of it right there. James Romaine.
I like James Romaine. He came in the league a couple years ago. Clint Dolezal brought him in, and really an aggressive player and loves being physical. Good job of separating receiver from the football.
Romaine back there with Belton. Dwayne Hollis with 5 interceptions, 2 taken back for touchdowns. Larico Stevenson as well. On 2nd down 10. Flags all over. Hippard launches it and broken up by Tracy Belton. Intended for Brandon Tompkins. And again, a marker down.
Offside, 8, defense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
And this is what we were talking about defensively, #1 in all of those top 3 categories.
Yeah, and really both teams now for the Predators on the other side, they lead the league in turnover margin. So you've got 2 good defenses tonight going against each other head to head.
This is one of those where the stats really do bear it out. It's not a surprise when you run through the stats that these are the 2 teams with the best records in the AFL. Orlando 7-0, Philly 6-1. Motion man Greg Carr. Pass caught near boards. Brandon Tompkins picks up 3.
Again, pretty patient play selection here by offensive coordinator Matt Salk. Just some controlled passes, kind of feel out this pass rush of Philadelphia. Philadelphia missing their top pass rusher, and Teddy Jennings tonight is out. That's a key situation for Philadelphia. Now a 3rd down, a manageable one for Orlando.
Orlando leads the AFL. 65% on 3rd. Carr in motion. Hippard gonna tuck it and run. 1st down and falling forward down to the 17. A gain of 5.
Well, this time, try to get Greg Carr, big 6'6" receiver going down the field, but sometimes when that Jack linebacker leaves the area, there's an opening for the quarterback. Hippiard able to get the 1st down.
All time in the regular season against Philly. And this is with him in an Orlando uniform. Hippard 2-1 and averaging 61 points per game with 22 touchdowns and only 3 picks. So both of these quarterbacks have had really good success against the opposing team. 7th play of the drive. Hippard goes end zone. Wide open touchdown. Greg Carr. And Gooseby might have gotten caught up in the 1st down marker.
Yeah, well, this is a blown coverage, Brent. Gooseby's not in the wrong. He's the Jack linebacker. Dwayne Hollis, miscommunication between Dwayne Hollis and James Romaine. You can see some miscommunication at the top of your screen between these 2 players. The Jack linebacker flies out and leaves Greg Carr go right down the field, all 6'6". Miscommunication. The Jack linebacker can't go any farther than 5 yards down the field.
Insult to injury. Gooseby caught up in the chains. Extra point, good, Mark Lewis. 56 of 62 on PATs. 16-yard touchdown catch for Greg Carr. Tied at 7. If you want access to every AFL game at once, go to arenafootball.com. Click AFL Live for the online broadcast of games around the league. Randy Hippard leads a nice drive to start. 7 plays, 45 yards in 5.5 minutes. Hippard 5 of 6 on the drive, 40 yards, and the 16-yard strike to Greg Carr. Carr's 14th touchdown catch of the season. And now Lewis sends it away. Larico Stevenson back deep, and it's off the iron, and it's loose and knocked out of there by Dwayne Hollis. Probably a pretty good move by Hollis to get it out of play.
I'll tell you what, Mark Lewis is one of the best at hitting the bar. Did a great job on that kick.
We've had 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns. It's going to be a fun night here in Philly. .522 in the first, tied at 7. Mentioned earlier, Rodabaugh, a lot of success. In 8 games against Orlando, he's 7-1.
92 wing stick for Howard.
47 touchdowns, just 5 picks.
Yeah, really been effective against Orlando. Now this 2016 secondary of Orlando, much improved.
From the 1, it's caught. First catch tonight for Ryan McDaniel, picks up 6.
Yeah, with this diverse array of receivers that Rodabaugh has at his disposal with McDaniels, Reynolds, and SK, 3 different total bodies. McDaniel's past has been the guy, you know, with the more stats, but you've got 3 really good receivers, and each one just trades off with big nights.
Lonnie Outlaw is the 4th active receiver tonight, and he goes 6'6", so that's a whole nother look. Pass behind Kalenomoku, and he was open at the 15. It's incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot. You see Coach Dalzell not happy about that. Just not on the same page with the depth of the route between SK and Dan Rattlebaugh. They'll have to get that corrected.
First down, right 92, first down.
47% on 3rd this year for the Soul. Caught first. Reynolds skips across laterally and goes down at the 18. A gain of 10.
This is kind of what you'll see from this Philadelphia Soul offense. It's a lot of quick hitting plays, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Dan Rattlebaugh won't take a lot of sacks. Watch how quickly Rattlebaugh will get the ball out. It's 1 step, 3 step, and then every once in a while it pop back with a quick 5 and hit you with a big one down the field. But effective offense. It keeps Rattlebaugh off the turf too. Yeah. Keeps him healthy. Good play calling by Clint Dalzell.
They played Orlando in week 1 of the regular season last year. Rattlebaugh threw for 422. Over the middle, it's caught. Another first down. And spun down at the Orlando 18 after a 13-yard gain is Ryan McDaniel.
Trying to keep the Orlando Predators secondary off balance. Different combinations, sitting down in zones with different bodies. That time McDaniel sits down in a quarterback-friendly zone, and Rattlebaugh able to find him again, methodically moving the ball down the field. You haven't seen a lot of the home run type throws yet from either offense. Both teams feeling each other out and taking care of the football. This could come down to turnovers, Brent.
Reynolds in motion. Kalenomoku makes the grab. A gain of 4 to the Predator 14.
Crawling down to this Geico blue zone. It's the Philadelphia offense. Again, inching it down the field, being patient, possessing the football. And again, the closer you get down to the end zone, though, the tougher it can be. What helps Philadelphia's offense is they have a running game.
Yeah, Jeremy Richardson has rushed for 141 yards, scored his 8th touchdown earlier tonight. Quick strike. And it's McDaniel again, just shy of the 5, a pickup of 8.
Again, McDaniel with the tough yards, just sitting down in the little zone there. These angles are tight now. When you watch it on TV or in person, it's a lot different than when you're back there with the ball in your hand. I can tell you that firsthand, Brandon. A lot of tight windows. Again, crawling down this red area gets tougher to score.
Let's be clear, playing quarterback in the arena is a different game than outdoor. From the 6, there's Richardson. Not much. 5th-year man from Angelo State, Jeremy Richardson. One of the big boys, the center Wayne Tribute.
Yeah, that's not good if Wayne's dinged up, getting up late. That's their center. He's an all-arena type player in his own right.
They get Neil Tivis back, one of their guards, from injury this week. So it's Tribute, Tivis, and Adam Smith up front.
Sometimes these running plays, not a lot of them you get rolled up on. And right here you can see the right ankle get rolled up on. Tribute still in the game.
2nd down goal, end zone, nobody there.
A lot of times this Philadelphia offense, you get down the red area, you get man coverage, you try to run rubs and picks.
Play clock. The play clock will be kept by the back judge.
It brings up a 2nd and goal type situation, but one thing about Clint Dalzell, he's got a ton of these red zone beaters down here. on the 5-yard line. These quick hitting passes that have been effective throughout his tenure as the head coach in Philadelphia.
3rd and goal. They're going to let the clock run out. Philly got it first. They drove down and got a touchdown. Orlando got it, did the same. Philly knocking on the door with a 3rd and goal upcoming. End of 1. You're watching Arena Football on CBS Sports Network. Okay, Carter, thanks a lot. So weather issues there. It rained much of the day here in Philly, but we're just fine inside. It's 7-all as we start the second. They did get the Phillies game in across the street. Philadelphia having a really nice year, but dropped one to the Braves today, 2-0. 3rd and goal, Philadelphia, the Soul. As Orlando looks for a big stop here. Darius Reynolds, the motion man. Radabah on 3rd, guns it, caught. Touchdown. Reynolds will call it a 4-yard score, and Philly back in front.
Really a well-executed play. Again, Clint Dolezal's got a ton of reps in here, his repertoire here. And he got the quick slant and the touchdown on the comeback to Reynolds. In and out, basically. Good depth by Reynolds, pushing that thing to the back wall. Great timing by Radabah.
Tommy Freevert. Off the iron and no good. Just his 6th miss in 52 tries this year. 9 plays, 49 yards, chewed up 5.5 minutes. 2 for 2 on touchdown drives for the Red Rocket. Freevert came in 90% on his extra points this year. And again, in the Arena League, just 9 feet separates uprights. How big of a miss is this in a game that figures to be a high score?
Yeah, in any arena football game, in particular this one, that's huge. I mean, this is kind of a trade back score-for-score game. You mix an extra point, it can cost you.
He's now 46 of 52, 1 of 2 tonight. 6-point Philadelphia lead. Freevert sends it away. Brandon Tompkins. Off the net. Tompkins with a seam out over the 15 to the 18. 23-yard return for Tompkins, who averages 22.3 per return.
This is not an easy task. Watch Tompkins field this ball. It takes a funny hop when the ball gets near the bar. Funny hop, great recovery, and then north and south. You can see the effectiveness and ball security of Brandon Tompkins.
You know that net right up against the bar is a little bit tighter, right?
It is, and then every net is different. It's important to come out every week and test those nets.
Tompkins, number 1 in the AFL in return yardage, as well as all-purpose yards. He's in motion here. Hippard pumps. Hippard deep. Tompkins is open, and he just barely overshot him.
Nicely designed play by offensive coordinator Matt Sock, and Hippard just can't make the throw. He got it out and up. They run the little sail here. Watch him run the out cut and then vertical, but just misses by inches. You got to hit those in this game. Orlando runs a lot of these routes, and James Romaine is known for biting and being an aggressive player on those corner routes. Jumped that one, but a miss by Hippard.
Hippard starts 5 of 7. Hippard again hit as he throws this time. Dangerous throw. Romaine was in the vicinity, so was Tracy Felton.
On this drive, you're seeing offensive coordinator Matt Sock a little more aggressive with his play calling here. You see the pressure starting to heat up here from this Philadelphia defense. Pressure right up the middle. Make the quarterback throw out of a can, hit every gap. Nice rush by Philadelphia.
Sock and his offense 2 of 2 on third. Hippert fires, caught, first down. To the Philly 15 is Brandon Tompkins, and a gain of 17.
Good poise by Hippert back there. Another 5-step drop, 3 5-step drops in a row, and that's significant in this game because it's really a 3-step league. Now taking 5, 3 in a row, and you're going to get hit, knocked around. But good poise, good protection by Orlando, and Tompkins shows why he's one of the top receivers and return man in the Arena Football League.
First and 10, Orlando now on the sole 14-yard line. First and 10.
Tompkins with 3 catches. Carr in motion. Out of the backfield, it's caught. Justin McCray put it on the turf. But Orlando's Greg Carr able to fall on it.
You know, every once in a while, as a play caller, you got to throw a screen to slow down the pass rush. This time, a slow screen to tight end McCray, but they're not used to being ball carriers. This is always keeps coaches cringing. You got to do it, but you worry about ball security. Good job by Greg Carr getting on that ball, Brent.
Again, Justin McCray and Jordan McCray, twin brothers, rookies out of UCF. That was Justin, the fullback on the catch. Jordan plays tight end. Justin there is 64, just to the right of Hippert. On 2nd and 3, Hippert in trouble, escapes it, and then finally wrapped up and taken down. Gooseby there to clean it up.
Yeah, Hippert, you don't want to take that unnecessary hit. This is kind of a head scratcher for Hippert. Watch his vision. Now he just looks at the line, looking for a place to run. Unusual, not sound football for Randy Hippert on that down. Got to throw that football away, Brent. Live to fight another day.
3rd and 6. 5 minutes deep, second quarter. Hippert, end zone, touchdown. Brandon Tompkins ties it at 13. Touchdown catch number 18 for Tompkins from 14 yards out.
This is a comeback route to the right side. Tompkins takes it deep back to the back wall, come back down to the front pylon. Well executed by Hippert and Tompkins.
Mark Lewis. Gives Orlando a 1-point lead. 14-13 Preds. Brandon Tompkins. A couple of big catches on the drive. Cashing in here for the score from Hippert. Six plays, 32 yards and 418. Tompkins, touchdown catch from Hippert. And the Preds lead 14-13.
You know, this is one of those situations where, especially with Coach Rob Keefe and the ability of Mark Lewis as an onside kick, is after the second score, Rob Keefe does have a tendency to try to steal a possession and onside kick the football after the second score. We'll see if it comes true.
Mark Lewis has got a lot in his repertoire. Here it is. Popped up nicely. It's still loose. It's still loose. And finally picked up by Philadelphia out near midfield. Boy, even though it didn't work, you still... Nice call, by the way. Nice call, Pat. Still, it didn't work out too bad because Philly at least is all the way out near midfield. Rob Keefe doing what he does.
Arena Football League on CBS Sports Network is being brought to you by great tasting 5-Hour Energy.
Nick Vermeil and Ron Jaworski Took the Eagles to Super Bowl 15 in the 80-81 season. Those two now both owners of the Philadelphia Soul, and they're with Cassie.
Well, Jaws, I will ask you first. Throughout the years, you've seen a lot of good teams, been so close to a lot of championships. Why is this the year this year?
Well, we were so close the last couple of years. We just gotten a little bit better, a little more mature. This is a good test for us tonight. Orlando is a very good football team. Rob Keefe is a terrific coach. This will be a real litmus test for our team, you know, if we're a team that'll compete for a championship. But we got a great bunch of guys, a heck of a coaching staff. I got Coach Vermeil here trying to, you know, help root us on. He's one of the part of the ownership group. I brought out Vince Papale, Frank LeMaster, Harold Carmichael. We're pulling out all the stops to try to win this game today.
And Coach, the Arena Football League is a league of opportunities for players.
No question.
How does it help players?
Well, it gives kids an opportunity to play. I mean, especially the quarterbacks. I think it really appears to me to be a real great training ground for those guys. And fortunately, I had Kurt Warner do that for me. But you can see it out here.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Cassie.
I mean, Vermeil is the perfect guy to talk about that.
That's right.
Kurt Warner, and he and Warner teaming up for the greatest show on turf and that Super Bowl championship. Nine to play in the second. Orlando failed on an onside kick opportunity. But Philly all the way back near midfield to start the drive, and the pass incomplete. Intended for McDaniel near boards.
Well, that time Orlando Predators heated up their pass rush a little bit, and they're just kind of getting warmed up. They revved it up on Radabal, kind of forced him into a throw that he usually makes. Uncharacteristic miss by Radabal.
Vince Papale's here. You know him well.
Yeah, we worked together on Invincible. I was a football coordinator there. There's Big Vince and his wife. Great guy.
Yeah, you helped, obviously, with the cinema, of putting together that movie, coordinating all the football stuff. Radabal slings it, caught. Inside the 10, Sean Kalena-Moku.
A lot better timing on the stop route between Radabal and SK. This time a deeper stop route, pushing this thing up to 12 to 14, 15 yards. Really, you're worried about SK running by you, so when you get that deep, you put on the brakes. Typically completion. Nice ball by Radabal.
Dozel said, we dare you. We dare you to play man-to-man and try to isolate SK. It's pick your poison with him. Picks up 17 there, his third reception. From the 7. End zone, touchdown. Darius Reynolds. Second scored tonight for Reynolds.
What's amazing in these quarterbacks that play at a high level in the Arena Football League is how quickly they can get the football out. I challenge any quarterbacks in the outdoor game to ever be able to get the ball out this quick like Radabal does. Davlon's another one. Watch the timing. This ball's out. I mean, a tight window. And this is what Radabal does, makes him part of his game so successful.
Freevert missed his last one. This one's true. The lead is 6. Radabal's 10 of 14 for 110 and 2 touchdowns, both to Reynolds.
Yeah, I like this Darius Reynolds. He's really come into his own here in Philadelphia in year 2. Played for the Iowa franchise a few years ago, but in this system has really become a factor, and then complemented by SK and Ryan McDaniel. This is a fearsome foursome. Watch Darius. He's a powerful guy, so you got to be worried about his physicality. But the accuracy of Radabal is just tremendous. It's difficult. And you see a lot of quarterbacks transition from the outdoor game, come to the Arena League. Not all of them can do it. It's a rare deal. Radabal has that talent.
7th-year man from Miami of Ohio, Tanner Radabal. 2015 MVP. Reynolds, 5th year from Iowa State. 51 catches before the night began. Tied for 4th in the league. Already more receptions than all of last year for Darius Reynolds. So the lead is 6. Need They've had 5 possessions and 5 touchdowns, and now Philly onsides it, and it's loose. But Orlando covers it up at the 10, or so it appears. So Clint Dolezel tries the element of surprise.
Yeah, and why not? I mean, these two teams offensively, it's a back and forth deal. You know, there's going to be scores. Good job by Freibert here. The cross going across the body onside. That's what you want. You want it to hit a defender, and then you got to get on it. Good effort. But Orlando able to recover. And they're able to go against the best kicker in the league, really. It's on their own team, so they can practice this onside kick quite a bit. But a short field now for Orlando in the red area.
From the 10 of Philly. They start with a 1st and goal. Randy Hippert floats it out, caught Tompkins, and he finds the end zone for a 10-yard score. Brandon Tompkins.
Yeah, well, you've got Tompkins on an out route, running the end line, coming across the field, the old Zigo backside, invented by Coach Tim Markham, Hall of Famer. They all play off, hit the short receiver in a 3-deep coverage, and it's a walk.
5 catches for Brandon, 48 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Lewis down the middle. Gives Orlando a 1-point lead once again, with a marker down at the end.
It's an illegal rush on 22 of the receiving team. That penalty is declined. The try is good.
Randy Hippert on fire, 9 of 12, 3 scores. Clint Dolezel, not so much. 21-20 first half. For the latest news, scores, and stats, log on to arenafootball.com. Whether you want to check out special features on the league's brightest stars or watch live games, arenafootball.com is where it's at. The top 2 teams in the league, record-wise, Orlando's 7-0, Philadelphia's 6-1. The Soul started 1-1. They've reeled off 5 straight since. The Rattlers and Kiss, top 2 in the National, they play in Arizona tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock local time, so we'll keep our eye on that score. And again, Arizona has lost 2 in a row to each of these 2 teams. Another onside kick, but the marker going to be down, as I don't think it traveled 10 yards. That's back-to-back onside tries by Mark Lewis.
The AFL's gone back and forth in terms of safety and changing the onside kick rules. So there's a dialogue right now about first contact being illegal potentially by Orlando here. We'll see what Joe Pester says.
Illegal block below the waist, 8 of the kicking team. Half the distance to the goal. Philadelphia's ball, first down.
You know, that's just a safety rule. And you can make initial contact, but if you go low, it's a penalty. And you can see right here, you'll see this player come in, not the kicker, but the guy behind him, go low on that front line to knock him out right in the leg area. That's clearly a penalty. Good call by the officials.
Terrence Moore guilty of the infraction. First and goal, Philly from the 5, right on ball. 1 play and a touchdown. Ryan McDaniel.
This is one of those plays like you're out in the street with your friends and just say, hey, I'm going to throw it up to you. I don't care what's going on. You go up and catch it. And I believe in you, Ryan McDaniel, that you're going to come down with it. A lot of trust there between quarterback and receiver.
Tommy Freibert. Got it. 27-21. So the onside kick didn't work, plus the penalty. Philly got it at the 5. And they score a touchdown on their first play.
You're just going to see McDaniel just literally just run a fade route from the 5-yard line, say, throw it up, I'll muscle it up and get it. There are some size issues in the secondary of Orlando. Some of those guys 5'9", and one of them, Paul Stevens, listed at 5'9", but literally Paul Stevens has also been listed at 5'7". A height differential, and Ryan McDaniel wins it, Brent.
Stevens, fifth-year man from Central Missouri. He does have 3 interceptions and a pick 6 on the year. Dan Raudabaugh, now 11 of 15. 115 and 3 scores.
Yeah, really another day at the office for Dan Raudabaugh. I mean, it's a back and forth battle, and that's why you're seeing these onside kicks. If you're not familiar with the game, you're like, why are they doing it? And it's really someone to just try and steal a possession to get up a possession like basketball and keep that possession momentum going. So you may see onside kick fest, as we call it in the league, and it is exciting,
to say the least. Freeburg kicks it away this time. Brandon Tompkins back deep. Into the slot man again. And you mentioned it's good for those fans to help out.
Hey, home field advantage and a souvenir. That's the great thing about this league, too. Is it's like baseball. Foul ball, you get to keep it. Here, you get to keep an AFL ball. Pretty cool.
I love it. Cassie is with Dan Raudabaugh.
You know, it starts with you know, they made a bad play there on special teams. We're fortunate to get the ball there. Ryan got pressed man, made a good play, went up, tried to give him a chance.
And what's the level of trust right now with you and your receivers? Obviously pretty strong.
Yeah, you know, we've been playing together for a while now. Money's really caught on and buying into what we do. And, you know, we're just trying to do everything Coach says and be on time in the right spot.
All right, thanks so much.
27-21 Soul. Hippard. Pass caught. Out across the 15, Kendall Tompkins, third-year man from Miami of Florida, gains 11.
But really, that was a win right there for the secondary. Philadelphia really played a zone coverage that confused Hippard. Initially, he's able to get out of it and get the ball to the right man in Kendall Tompkins. But as a coverage team, you want to be able to make quarterback hold the ball and let your pass rush get home. Good job by Hippard finding his receiver.
Saw that 3 of his last 6 completions have been for scores. He's 10 of 13 overall. Hippard on first, steps up. Hippard dumps it off, and it's caught by Greg Carr down the near wall. And knocked out just inside the 10.
Yeah, this picture cleans up well because the Jack linebacker vacates. Once the Jack linebacker vacates, dump the ball in to 6'6" Greg Carr. Real friendly target. Great protection by Orlando.
Carr gained 25. Third-year man from Florida State. First and goal from the 9. Kendall Tompkins in motion. Hippard looking for Kendall. He fell down, and a flag is down. Romaine in coverage.
Pass interference, 25, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Yeah, it's one of those penalties that for James Romaine, he likes to bite on the first move, and this is a question mark route. Sell the corner route, now come back on a question mark route, top of your screen. James Romaine gives him a tackle takedown. But again, down here, you're making Orlando play another down, so not a horrible penalty.
Larry Bracken's in the game, and he's in motion, number 1, and he goes 6'5". Flip it out instead to the little guy, and Kendall spins down at the 3. I should say that was Brandon Tompkins on that one.
Try to get the bubble screen out. Put your big group in with, like you said, Brent, Brackens at 6'5", and Carr at 6'6". Let those big bodies go down and block and throw the bubble screen to Tompkins. But a great job with triggering is Philadelphia. for a 1-yard gain.
Would you throw it up here and give Carr or Brackens a chance on a jump ball?
Yeah, you know, you may see them run the similar play and maybe pump that bubble and then work these two bigger bodies that they got in the game just for that reason, the height advantage.
Got them both on the right side. Motion man, Brandon Tompkins, and a marker down.
Before the snap, false start, 63, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
It's the tight end, Jordan McCray.
Now you see the tight end, top of your screen, early movement. You know, on one hand, you don't want penalties, Brent, but this does give you more room. It's it's a different game. But you've got more room to go to work now as far as your passing game and more real estate geography to try to fit a pass in for a touchdown.
And that brings us to the 1-minute warning.
That's the 1-minute warning. 1-minute timing rules are now in effect. Each team has 3 timeouts left.
On every drive so far, Philly leads by 6. Coming up on the Arena Football Halftime Show from Wells Fargo Center in Philly, Pat's Power Rankings bring you his top 4 teams in the AFL. Talk about the Gladiators' recent success. We've got them on our air next Saturday night. First half stats and highlights as well. Coming up at halftime. Minute to play. Second goal, Orlando. We've had a touchdown at every drive. Philly got it first. So they've got the 1 possession lead. They have missed 1 PAT. So the lead is just 6. Randy Hippard, end zone. Incomplete, intended for Larry Brackens. With Romaine in coverage.
Nice job on Romaine, recovering from the backside. Making this play, you got Brackens. Hippier just a hair late. It comes down to inches. When it's such a condensed field like Arena Football League, ball's out, it'd be a touchdown. Rico Stevenson backside.
Romaine getting them fired up. The Preds are 4 of 4 on third tonight. Hippard, end zone, corner, touchdown. Larry Brackens from 8 yards out.
It all starts up front with protection, Brent, and Hippier had to pump the ball, pulls it down, and this time Greg Carr is able to sneak into the back
against Philadelphia.
Of the end zone there against the wall. And it's tough in there. I mean, these angles, the ball's got to come out quick. Good job by Carr, and really a blown protection. Blown coverage, excuse me, by Philadelphia.
We got ourselves a jump ball, but he was the only one jumping for it.
Yeah.
Low snap and miss left. Pad snap and Lewis, it threw his timing off. Misses the extra point, and we remain tied at 27. And that's only his 7th miss. I beg your pardon, his 8th miss this season. So 27 apiece with 52 seconds remaining in the half.
Yeah, you're just going to see these DBs bite on the pump fake by Hippier. And Greg Carr is going to crawl around back here and just sit down for a touchdown. The pump fake, eyes in the backfield by Tracy Belton, loses Carr, results in a touchdown. Now coming back to this, now this is a definite onside situation with 52 seconds left. Each team is trying to get the ball last. It's a 27-27 game, 52 seconds left, under a minute. Under a minute timing rules are similar to the outdoor game 2-minute type timing rules. This is going to be onside kick type fest. You may see 2 or 3 before this happens.
There is nothing like the final minute of a half in arena football. Lewis has got a lot of different onside kicks in his repertoire.
He really does. He's got a high hopper. He's got a squib to his left. He's got a burner to the right. He's got a middle roll where he'll recover it by himself. There's the burner. Oh, great. Whoa.
Wow. No. Still loose. Wow, Orlando had their first man there, and he couldn't make the recovery, and Philly gets it.
It's kind of like a pitcher with the different pitches. I coached this guy for 2 seasons now. That's his burner right there. Watch this kick just go burning along the sideline, and you're going to see this man's job is to recover that football. It's perfectly executed. Could not get it done. A great kick, and that's tough for a defensive lineman to make that recovery. In Fance, Calvin Fance, the former Philadelphia Soul defensive lineman.
0 for 3 tonight on onside kicks for Orlando, and now Radabaugh, end zone touchdown. No, incomplete with a marker down, or was it caught and then fumbled? Incomplete pass, and we'll see what the penalty is.
Ruling on the field was an incomplete pass, 2nd down. Penalty, illegal formation, 92, defensive end lined up too wide. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
This is the first time we've seen 6'6" Lonnie Outlaw. He comes in these type situations with a size matchup, and a great job of breaking that ball up. On the backside, watch a high point right there by Stevens. All 5'9" of them going up, breaking that play up. But a penalty by Fance. You can't line up too wide. You have to line up at least your shoulder headgear on the tight end or the guard. Otherwise, that's an illegal formation by the defense. 5-yard penalty.
And obviously, if that had been ruled a catch, it would have been a touchdown.
But the similar rules the outdoor game, you've got to complete the catch all the way to the ground.
I feel like in the NFL, you got to run it all the way to the bench. Radabaugh, caught by Reynolds.
Now the philosophy here, if you don't get the onside kick, from a defensive standpoint, is to crawl up and press those wide receivers. So they're either going to score quickly and you get the ball back, or you're going to get a stop. That's why you're seeing these defensive backs, this secondary, crawl up on these receivers and try to force their card to get the ball back and have it last.
2nd down and 2. Hand off to Richardson.
So the way the offense counters is they try to run clock, as much clock as they can.
Orlando, they're first, 30 seconds.
And force the defense into using their timeout. So it becomes a cat and mouse game. That's why you saw a running play right there. They're able to get the 1st down, get a new set of downs, continue the clock running, make Rob Keefe use a timeout. Philadelphia in the mode now with 34 seconds left of trying to inch the ball down. He may see another run here to try and force another timeout, score last, and go into the half. Did you get all that, Brent?
Let me tell you, I'm doing my best to write it down, but I can't. So Keefe just used his 1st timeout. He's still got 2 left. Philly with its full complement of 3. Are they going to run it again or not?
Yeah, they should run the football here with Jeremy Richardson and get positive yards, make the clock run, or give it to Darius Reynolds here on an ISO. Now, you don't want to score this early, so good. Now they got to call timeout. Rob Keefe will call timeout. This is what you want if you're Clint Dolezal of Philadelphia.
Orlando, they're 2nd, 30 seconds.
Now, the next counter is that Rob Keefe will tell his defense, if you look at Rob Keefe now, he may be telling them to let them score because you want the ball last. 29 seconds is a lifetime in the Arena Football League. That's what's so great about this game is the intricacies of the final minute of the half and the final minute of the game.
You are an offensive assistant coach for the Houston Texans in the NFL. These explanations over the last several minutes, this feels more difficult than if I was trying to learn the offensive playbook of the Texans.
Well, it's just something you get used to, but if you don't do it correctly, you lose football games. You'll probably see another run here, and you'll probably see Philadelphia purposely not score. And you might see Orlando try to help them score.
So they're trying to give up the score, and Philly is trying not to score.
That may be what happens right here. Let's see.
Unbelievable. Richardson tried to not score.
There you go.
And he succeeded in not
Exactly.
scoring. Or rather, it was Reynolds.
Timeout.
Yeah, it was Reynolds.
Orlando.
This is perfectly executed.
30 seconds.
Perfectly executed. Darius Reynolds, watch him not score here. Do not score, Darius. Get down there as close as you can. Make Orlando use their last time out, and they accomplish that. Now, even when Orlando gets the ball back, they have no timeouts. But right here, it's tough not to score. Third down, you may see Clint pop this thing in, score, kick it off, and then with no timeouts, make it tougher on Orlando to score with their possession. Get it?
And it is third down, which factors in. Because I was going to say you can throw, run around a little and throw a couple incompletions, but you can't afford to do that.
Yeah, that's the other, part of it is you don't want to come away with no points. So it's a real cat and mouse type game.
Zell trying to explain to the owners. Reynolds gets thumped. So he tries to score here, and Orlando's trying to defend, and Orlando wins that battle.
So they'll let the clock run here on fourth down. They'll call timeout here. Clint's going to let the clock go down, call timeout with 1 or 2 seconds. And then it comes down to one play. And if you can, I'm sorry, Brent, but if Philadelphia can score.
30 seconds.
If Philadelphia can score here on fourth down on the 6-inch line, they've accomplished what they wanted to do by having the ball last.
And it was beneficial to them then, in that case. It was beneficial that Reynolds just got thumped and held short of the goal line.
That's correct. Orlando now was in mode of having to stop here. They can't let you score here. They're going to try and stop you. Great job by Terrence Moore of stoning him. And then the counter by Philly is to let the clock run because Orlando has no more timeouts to make it a one-play situation here to go into the half.
3 seconds, 4th and goal. Only in the Arena League. Tied at 27. 4th and goal from 6 inches away for Philadelphia with 3 seconds on the clock. Toss left. Richardson fighting his way, and he's in for the score. With zeros on the clock.
It's perfectly executed by Clint Dolezel. That's how you handle the last minute of the half. An experienced coach and former quarterback in this league. Leaves no time on the clock. Jeremy Richardson on the toss. Great blocking out front and tough yards. Popping the ball in. And again, there's Jaws. He's a happy man. He knows the 1-minute rules. Good job by his head coach.
Freebert knocks it in. 34-27. Rodabaugh and the offense using the clock to perfection. And I go back to Reynolds. What a job of body control, keeping from scoring the touchdown to allow more time to run off. And Cassie is with Clint Dolezel.
Coach, walk us through your decision-making on that last drive.
Well, we want to score last. I mean, that's the name of this game, Arena Football, is whoever has the last, and we want to make sure we had last, especially with them having the possession coming out. So we didn't really want to get down to 3 seconds, but it is what it is.
And how do you prioritize adjustments for the second half?
We got to do a better job of getting pressure on Hibbert. Right now, we've got nothing on him. He's got all day and finding some guys. We busted a few coverage back there, too, so we got to fix some of that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Dolezel's team leads by 7. They scored on every possession. So did Orlando. The Preds will get it first to start the second half. 34-27 at halftime. You're watching the Arena Football League on CBS Sports Network.
Everybody stay away from the crowd. The crowd's trying to get you into it, okay? I love it. This is exactly what we want to be. I need you to be tested before the playoffs start. So this is exactly where I want to be. I want to see what we have. I want to see what you are as people. You guys with me on that? Yes. I freaking love you. You worked hard all freaking week for this. I don't care if it's by 1 point or 21 points. We're going to win this football game. You guys with me? Yes. Okay, let's break it up into our groups and we'll get going. Good job. Okay.
Rob Keefe there in tonight's 5-Hour Energy first half stats. At the bottom there, both quarterbacks almost identical offensive numbers.
It really is. It's an identical, in everything. Almost the onside kicks as well, and it's been a back and forth battle, and I expect more in the second half.
Randy Hippard doing what he's been doing all season. Radabaugh, same thing there. Every team, every possession, the team has scored a touchdown. Orlando will get it first to start the second half. What are we looking forward to? What might change here as we get into the third quarter?
To me, it's like whoever makes a mistake as far as turning the ball over equals up an extra possession. So I think more onside kicks. If there's a turnover as well, that could be the difference, and these extra points.
Philadelphia got the football first, but Randy Hippard, he got it second. And he was nearly perfect early on in this game. And Greg Carr there. He's got those tall targets. But you know what? Darius Reynolds, couple of scores for him. It's pretty much, tit for tat here, going back and forth. Brandon Tompkins there, but then Radabaugh with the answer.
Yeah, really the timing is what's so key for Radabaugh in this offense. See how excited Jaws is. It's a great environment here in Philadelphia.
Larry Brackens has a touchdown as well for Orlando. They have scored on every possession, but again, Philly has had one more time with the ball, and they lead by 7 down below to Cassie McKinney.
Coach, Philadelphia gets the score right before half. How do you get the momentum back?
Well, I think it's all right. We get the ball back first. Right now, basically what's happened is everybody scored on every single one of the possessions. It's arena football. There's no place in the world I'd rather be right now. Our team needs to be tested. What better place to be in Philadelphia on the road? But they scored on all 5 of theirs. We only had the ball 4 times. Now this is our 5th, so let's see what we can do with it. The biggest thing is we had 3 onside kicks that we recovered, and we let them go out of our hands. We had an interception off the wall there that would have been ours, but we were offsides. The only team that can beat the Orlando Predators right now in the first half of the season is the Orlando Predators. We got to be smart, and we got to make sure that we execute on plays here.
How do you make sure you execute those plays?
Well, hey, the boys, for some reason, we pull it out at the end all the time. If they want to do it the hard way, that's okay as long as we do it. But they know what's at stake. Everybody's calmed down right now. It's about focusing and having great poise.
All right, thank you, Coach.
His team has won 3 games by 3 points or less. They get it first to start the second half. He told us today there is no trophy for 7-0. We're not celebrating anything. We're the underdog in this game. There's people still disrespecting us. And Rob Keefe, he is a motivational, fiery guy as you look at the coaching profile on him.
Yeah, you see a lot of coaches in this league. We're former players. Rob Keefe's no different. Earned his right through AF2 and the minor type system of arena football and worked his way up to the Philadelphia Soul here. Won a championship with Philadelphia Soul as a player back in 2008, I believe that was.
Yep. He and Brackens were teammates, and now he coaches Brackens. Brackens a wideout, and Rob Keefe was a defensive back on that Arena Bowl champion Soul team. Tommy Freevert to send it away to the best return man in the league, Brandon Tompkins, with Philly leading by 7 as we start the third. Back of the wall, it's dropped by Tompkins. Picks it back up and runs it out. And he's wrapped up just shy of the 10 with markers down.
During the return, holding 4, half the distance to the goal, first down.
Holding on Greg Carr. So back to the 4 to begin this second half drive for Orlando. There's Keefe with the Brackens, 2008. Philadelphia Soul won the title. John Bon Jovi was part of the ownership group at that time, along with Jaworski.
That was an excellent football team. Tony Graziani, quarterback. Excellent football team.
64 eligible, 64.
Motion man is Carr on first down. They look deep to Carr near boards. Good coverage and the interception. Dwayne Hollis with his league-leading 6th pick of the year.
We talked about turnovers about 2 minutes ago and how they can change the game. Now an extra possession here for Philadelphia after they gained one by scoring at the end of the half. This ball is thrown on the outside. Greg Carr takes an inside angle. And the ball skills by Dwayne Hollis is why he's leading the league in interceptions.
could prove to be the play of the game. They lead the AFL in interceptions now with 14. Philadelphia does. Rifled out far side by Radaba to Kalenamoku, a gain of 7.
Again, watch Dwayne Hollis take an outside angle, which is unique, and the quarterback typically would throw it outside, and Greg Carr not able to adjust to it, but the ball skills of Dwayne Hollis are tremendous. You see a lot of defensive backs make plays on balls. This guy catches the interceptions, leading the league.
He's got 6 picks. Tracy Belton has 4. James Romaine has 2. Joe Coosby has 2. Floated up and caught by Ryan McDaniel into Predator territory, a pickup of 11.
This is just a quick hitting play, but this is a difficult throw. This over route over the Jack linebacker and touch the ball in a small window. I'll tell you what, if you haven't tried it, it's a difficult throw. Good touch by Radaba. He's got all the types of different trajectories in his ball game.
Last 6 games, Radaba, 35 touchdown throws, only 2 interceptions. They won the previous 5 before tonight. Handoff left side and a chance for Richardson to get another touch.
Yeah, Clint Dolezal now. Controlled little passing game, mix in a run with Jeremy Richardson. Possess the ball. Take care of it. They got the turnover on the interception by Dwayne Hollis. Now work the ball down the field, get a score, and you go up 2 possessions. Tough to overcome in the way this game's been going.
Radaba up 14 of 18. Slings it far side. Knocked out just inside the 15 is McDaniel.
Working the ball down the field is Radaba. Take a look at SK. Pretty good coverage, but touch it back down to Ryan McDaniel and get the first down. Move the chains. Nice drive here. Complimenting the interception is Philadelphia.
So Philly runs the clock to perfection on a touchdown drive to close the first half. Then they get an interception to open the second half. And all the momentum right now. McDaniel now with 6 receptions. And he's in motion. Fired to Kalenamoku. Nearborns working the entire field as SK takes it inside the 10.
You know, it's the decision making that Dan Radaba has. This, the consistency, taking care of the ball. You know, he could have thrown the ball in the paint there in the end zone. If you wanted to take a chance, why do that on first down? Check the ball down, move the chains. Nice decision by Radaba.
Rob Keefe, 4th-year head coach, 3rd with Orlando. Flip it out. Richardson on the screen. Jets for the end zone and comes up just short.
A good mix of play calling by Clint here. Now mix in the fullback in the flat, little half roll. Jeremy Richardson's an excellent athlete at 270 pounds. Really his versatility. Really coming in his own as a fullback with good hands and the ability to rush the football and protect.
5 minutes into the second half. Orlando got it first to start this second half, trying to keep pace. But they threw an interception. Radaba perfect on the drive. Handoff Richardson. Didn't get there.
Nice tackle by Terrence Moore, the Jack linebacker of Orlando, former All-League performer. Watch number 8 come into your screen here and go head-to-head with 270 pounds and take Jeremy Richardson down. Nice job by Terrence Moore. 225 pounds against 270.
He's a very athletic guy. He's got 3 rushing touchdowns for the offense. 1 interception defensively. 5th-year man from Troy. Second down goal. Richardson into the end zone. his third rushing touchdown of the night. All three from a yard out, and he's got 10 rushing scores on the season.
I mean, Jeremy Richardson, what a great guy to have on your team to rush those, get those tough yards at the fullback position, catch the ball out of the flat. Vince Papale likes it. And now a two-possession game really puts the pressure, even though there's a lot of time left, Brent, it puts a lot of pressure on Orlando here on the road, down 2 possessions.
Freevert down the middle. It's a 2-touchdown lead. 41-27. Here's the pick to set it up. League-leading 6th interception of the year for Dwayne Hollis. Then Rodabaugh. Richardson pays it off. 41-27. The Orlando Predators have played some close ones this season. Against Portland, Randy Hippert from a yard out with 26 seconds for the win. Jacksonville, the Preds scored the last 14 points in 47 seconds for the win. Then the following game against LA, the defense forced 2 sacks and 3 interceptions in their 3-point win. Then last week against Tampa Bay, Randy Hippert connected with Greg Carr twice to help the Preds beat the Storm by 2. 8:20 to go in the third tonight. Rob Keefe's team going to have to come from behind. And the way this game is going, a 2-touchdown lead for Philly feels like more.
It really does, because they've been trading scores, and that's why you saw the onside kicks trying to gain a possession. The turnover was the key to this point.
Freevert sends it away. Tompkins back. Perfectly done again by Freevert to keep it out of the hands of Brandon Tompkins. You said it, Mark Lewis. Orlando tried 3 onside kicks on their last 3 opportunities to end the first half. They were unsuccessful on all 3. See what Freevert was able to do perfectly there.
Too bad that doesn't count for points, right, Brett? Well, that's what you want out of your kicker on kickoffs, is you want them to hit the slack net, which is the net in between those 9-foot bars, or go under or hit the bar and prevent Tompkins from getting returns. Nice kick.
Put it in perspective, in the NFL, there are 18 feet separating the 2 uprights. Half that much distance in the arena game. Caught by Brandon Tompkins. A gain of a couple on first. He and Jaws having a nice quick chat.
I tell you, Jaws, he loves arena football now. He's been at this since the Soul started with Bon Jovi many years ago, and he is a true fan, an ambassador of our game, and he loves it.
And he's all go to the officials like that. Now,
right.
If a call or 2 doesn't go in his favor, he will go the other direction if
he will jump him. There's no doubt.
Hippert with time rolls out. Hippert now in trouble, throws it away. 3 rows deep.
Yeah, this is what you want if you're Philadelphia, getting Hippert on the move and throwing the football away. Good coverage on the back end, and loses vision with the good pass rush. Filling every lane, and Hippert has to throw the ball away.
Jake Metz is in pursuit. (13 of 19 for Hippert. But through the interception to open the second half. They are 5 of 5 on third tonight. Intercepted nearly. Belton jumping that route. The pass intended for Kendall Tompkins. And it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Tracy Belton's been at this game a long time now, Brent, 7 years. And when you drop an interception, you do push-ups. So that's like self-punishment there for Tracy. Great break on the ball on this slant route. And Tracy just jumps it. Good read, but can't come up with it.
15th pass breakup of the year for Belton. And now 4th down. Play of the game here tonight. Coming up. Marker down.
Offside, the high motion man, 14. Half the distance to the goal, 4th down.
That's a brutal penalty because it's typically a 10-yard penalty there, but here backed up, it's half the distance to the goal. Now you got the crowd into it, Brent. 4th down. If they don't convert here, you go up 3 possessions. It's going to be tough for Orlando. This typically is a great car down, Brent. Oh, number 4, 6'6", right here. Throwing the ball up to him.
On 4th and 12, Hippert floats it up, caught, no. Dropped by Carr. Philadelphia with back-to-back defensive stops to open the 3rd, and Radapal on the offense will come back out.
What a huge stop, and got to give thanks to this crowd if you're Philadelphia of heating up the intensity level. Here's Greg Carr working all the way across the field. Good coverage and a late strip, and the wall helps too get that ball out of there, and the turnover on down. Good protection. Hippert's got time, looking for a 6'6" target. Can't come up with it.
And Hollis there to make sure. 1st and goal, Philly from the Orlando 3. This is the largest deficit of the season, 2 touchdowns for Orlando. Philly trying to add with Darius Reynolds, who spun out of about 6 tackles, and he still never went down. Didn't gain anything, in fact lost a little bit, but a heck of an effort by Darius.
Well, you see the play strength of Darius Reynolds. You've got SK, who's a shorter stature, wiggler down the field, and then there's this Darius Reynolds guy who's got tremendous play strength. He becomes a runner in this type of offense as well. And you can see his effort. He don't want to go down.
If Philly punches this in, the way this is going, 3 touchdowns seems insurmountable.
Be tough.
It's amazing how quickly the complexion of this game has changed. Now Radapal incomplete. 3rd and goal.
Nice job by Orlando defensively. And a smart play by Radapal, just throwing the football away here. And this is a 4-down league. I mean, it's 3rd down, but 4th down, you're gonna go for it. Every once in a while, you'll kick a field goal, but the margin for error is there with a 9-foot crossbar. So really a 2-down situation here for Clint Dolezal.
Philly is 6 of 6, scoring touchdowns at all 6 trips into the red zone tonight. Reynolds in motion. Radapal pumps, now fires for Reynolds. Marker down, he held on for the touchdown.
Wow.
Somehow. See what the penalty is.
Holding 3, defense. That penalty is declined. Results a touchdown.
Wow.
It's a 3-touchdown lead. And what a play by Reynolds. You were just talking about his physicality, and he used it there.
Well, the wall is your friend, too, and the play strength. It's not out of bounds if this ball hits the wall. Use the wall as an aid to catch the ball as Darius Reynolds, and you got to have courage if you're going to play receiver in this football league.
Freevert makes it a 21-point lead. Philadelphia has a commanding 3-touchdown lead. Hippert and company turned it over on downs. Back-to-back stops for the Philly D, and then a heck of an effort selling out. Reynolds in the corner. Jaws loves it. His team up big late 3rd. A complete shift in momentum, all on the side of Philly. Hippert just 1 of 5 to start the second half with that costly interception. Radapal nearly perfect. In the first half, the Predators had 4 possessions and scored 4 touchdowns. Second half, 2 possessions, no points. (48-27) as Freevert sends it away. Tompkins back, and it's off the iron, and it's loose, and it's in the end zone, still loose. And who's at the bottom with it? Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Larico Stevenson comes up with the ball off the net. Brent, these are the things as a coach that keep you up late at night, things you can't control, and one of them is these bars. That ball hits the bar, you can't work on that type of drill.
Philadelphia's bench coming out without helmets on to celebrate. That penalty will be assessed. First.
You can't control the bars, and a great example of it right there. And a scrum underneath that pile. Looked like Orlando had it initially, Brent, and somehow Larico Stevenson was able to find that ball underneath the scrum, and now a 4-possession game just like that.
Freeberg. Everything going in Philly's favor, including Tommy Freeberg. Perfectly off the bar. Stevenson at the bottom on top of the football for a score. Jaws looking forward to the post-game party. 55-27. Reynolds has 3 touchdown catches on the night. This was from 5 yards out. 2 possessions ago for Philly, and Cassie is with Darius.
Well, Brent, apparently he's been trying to run away from me all night. A little shy, I guess you could say, but not shy on the football field. How have you guys been able to get this momentum?
Well, we prepared very, very well this week. The coach kind of threw everything at us in practice, and we're seeing everything. So we've been practicing this, and we just came in with the mentality that we can't be stopped. We know they're 7-0. They're a great organization, great team. But we got our minds made on winning the Arena Bowl this year, and we don't care who's in the way.
And every phase of this team is contributing tonight. Talk about the total team effort here.
I mean, we got athletes all over the field. It's probably one of the better teams I've been on. We take special teams very serious. Coach beats it in us. That is one of the most important plays of the game. So everybody's committed to the team. Everybody's willing to get their all on every play, and that makes a great team.
All right, you're off the hook. Thanks.
A likable young guy. Darius Reynolds now with 57 catches on the year and 18 touchdowns. Brandon Tompkins with a chance. Tompkins is loose. Marker down behind the play, but Tompkins going all the way in for a touchdown if it stands.
This is going to come back. It's going to be a holding call on Orlando.
There are 2 fouls. The previous foul of unsportsmanlike, Philadelphia. Holding on the return, Orlando. Those fouls offset by rule. The ball will be spotted at the spot of the foul, first down.
So good field position for Orlando, though, with the return. And listen, we talked about, hey, it's 4-possession game, really tough. And watch how quickly it went to a 4-possession. This thing can swing back now. Don't tune out. Don't tune out, because if Orlando scores here, you're going to see an onside kick fest the rest of the way.
And Rob Keefe loves that. Philly has scored 28 straight in this game. Pass is dropped by Carr, a little bit behind him. 28 straight for Philly in the last 12 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, Justin Lawrence, defensive lineman for Philadelphia, got a hit on Randy Hibbert right there. And Tompkins, you know, these zone coverages can deceive you and having receivers look open, and got to be careful about throwing into those bait type zone coverages. But the pass rush really disrupted Randy Hippard on that play.
Hippard in this third quarter just 1 of 6 for 3 yards and an interception. Fires over the middle, caught by Brandon Tompkins, wrestled down at the 12.
James Romaine, Tracy Belton on the stop, first down for Landry.
Gain of 14.
Good job by Brandon Tompkins, just sitting down in the zone and sliding into a window. That's what this is about, too. The windows are so narrow and small that you've got to have vision as a receiver of where the quarterback is and get into that lane for the completion.
From the 11. Hippard now just 2 of 7 in the quarter. Pumps, looks, shuffles, and throws it away. And a nice effort by that fan. Got to stay with the play as a fan as well.
That's right. And nice catch and a good souvenir. But Clint Dolezal said at halftime they had to clean up some of those broken coverages. Much better coverage on the back end by Philadelphia.
3 complete, all Philly. 55-27, you're watching the AFL on CBS Sports Network. Back in Philly, 28 unanswered for the Soul, including 21-0 in the third. Clint Dolezal's team looking for their 6th straight win. They came in 6-1, second best record in the AFL. Rob Keefe's Orlando Predators came in 7-0. Their best start to a season since 1994.
Keeping downs on the field, 2nd down.
Philly actually trailed in this game, 21-20. Bracken's the motion man. Hippard from the Philly 12. Wrapped up and taken down. Jake Metz along with Richard Kleber.
Excellent coverage on the back end. Orlando's put in their big group. They put in Brackens at 6'5" and Carr at 6'6". And blanket coverage on the back end, and Hippard's got nowhere to go, and they heat up the pass rush on Hippard. They can pull the ball down, and Metz with the sack.
3rd sack of the night for the Soul defense, which came in number 1 in the AFL in scoring D, total D, as well as interceptions. Carr in motion on 3rd and 15. Tried to dump it off low, miscommunication, looking for Brackens. He cut in, the pass was out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 99 defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic 1st down.
And Justin Lawrence with a costly penalty.
Good call by the official, unnecessary hit because this ball is thrown in the dirt, thrown away, and it's a clean run at him, but you got 2-3 steps. You cannot make contact with the quarterback. Poor choice by Justin Lawrence. Good rush, poor ending.
Lawrence with 2 sacks on the year. Keep in mind, this front is missing, as you alluded to early. Teddy Jennings has got 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and a block kick. 3 block kicks on the year. Pass underneath, rumbling to the end zone for a touchdown. From 8 yards out is Justin McCray with a marker down.
Holding, 4. 10-yard penalty. Replay, 1st down.
Holding a Carr erases that touchdown.
Yeah, a little fullback in the flat. And Greg Carr comes blocking down before that ball's completed, blocking in the secondary, and grabs a hold. You've got Carr right here, and he's going to hold this individual right here prematurely, which results in a foul. Just kind of grabs him with both hands. Tough call for Orlando.
First down for Hippard. Launches it. Jump ball for Carr, and it's broken up by Tracy Belton.
It's a heck of a job trying to cover Greg Carr. This guy jumps up and catches so many balls for touchdowns just like this. And Tracy Belton fighting for his life, able to get a hand on that left arm, but Greg Carr swapped the ball away. Tracy Belton using his experience to make a play.
2nd and 18 now.
4 interceptions on the year. 3 touchdowns for Belton. Part of this outstanding secondary. 2nd and goal from the 18. Hippard, end zone, Brandon Tompkins, and it's broken up at the goal line. How good are these guys at the back end? It was Hollis that time.
I'll tell you what, great play by Dwayne Hollis.
There is a marker down. It's back at the line of scrimmage.
Illegal twist, 17 and 44. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Mawia, Wes Mawia, backup middle linebacker.
Yeah, sometimes, I've seen Wes Mawia come down, hit that center first before the nose makes contact. That is a foul.
All right, 1st and goal now on the 13-yard line.
So now it's a first. It's a first and actually goal from the 13. Carr the catch. Belton the open field tackle at the ankles.
I'll tell you what, this Philadelphia front 4 is heating up their pass rush. They are getting after it right now. They smell the blood in the water, and they're getting after this Orlando team, and they're feeding off the energy of this crowd here at their home stadium. Coach Joe Pester wants these chain gang to get back involved, so they're going to have to hustle down here and get set.
Second down, goal now for Orlando on the 11.
2nd down. Hippard, corner, into traffic intended for Carr. It's incomplete. Romaine there in coverage.
I mean, great coverage on the back end. I mean, these 3 guys, they're playing excellent coverage against these receivers. James Romaine on Greg Carr. At size disadvantage, but not in that situation. Great play by Romaine.
3rd and 8 from the 11. Brackens the motion man. Hippard looks for him. In and out of the hands of Larry Brackens. Brings up 4th down.
Well, Larry Brackens ran a nice route. Ran a whip type route. Was open, just can't come up with the catch. Brackens been out for a while. Watch Brackens go in, break back out, and can't make the play.
9th-year man Brackens from Pearl River Community College. 4th down and 8. And if you're the Preds, you absolutely have to get this. End zone touchdown. Back corner. Brandon Tompkins.
Touchdown.
I'll tell you what, this is a great throw, and Orlando's going to hurry because they need to score. You're going to see Tompkins. He's singled here, banging it back in and working out to the end line in a pinpoint pass with a stationary corner route.
An 11-yard strike, the extra point good from Lewis. And it's 55-34. We're in the 4th. Rob Keefe's team trying to keep it going. .55-34 as Hippard hooks up with Brandon Tompkins. Early in the 4th as we go down to Cassie.
Brandon, walk us through what you saw on that touchdown score.
Well, I seen him wanted a combo, and by us running 2 routes, that's a combo breaker. He had to stay in man, so he played too far inside, and I beat him to the outside.
You want to turn around so everybody can take a good look at you?
Yeah. Hi, how everybody doing?
right, now what were you saying?
I said we caught him in a combo breaker and then forced him to play man. And he played too far inside and I beat him to the outside.
And what's it going to take to get back in this?
We just got to make all the big plays. We let a few slip by us and got us in this position, but we just got to complete everything and be good on special teams.
All right, thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
The Predators have won 7-0 to start the year. They haven't won 8 games in a row in the same regular season since 1994, where they opened 11-0. The last time the Preds went on a 7-game winning streak was 2000. They've done that. Here comes the onside, and Cleveland's able to recover. Now they're going to give it to Philly.
I don't think that ball went 10 yards.
But did a Philly player touch it first?
Yeah, I don't think it went 10 yards before it was touched. So I'm not so sure that Orlando's going to get this ball that they think they're going to get. It's another one of the repertoire of onside kicks of Mark Lewis.
Which one was this?
I forgot what I got to give it a name. That's the
ruling on the field is the kick
Squibbler.
reflected off of a Philadelphia player, recovered by Orlando, first down.
He's going to review this. You got to review this if you're Clint Dolezal. He's going to review it. There you go.
Yeah, on a replay, it looks, it's easy for us after seeing it again. And here comes the challenge flag.
Philadelphia coach is challenging the ruling on the field.
I think it was first touched by an Orlando player, no?
Yeah, see, it touched an Orlando player, so that is not going to be Orlando ball.
Yeah. Off of Terrence Moore. In any case, we have Arena Football's call to the booth. Bill Peaster, head official, will get on a headset with our truck. Our producer, Brian Carter, and you will hear the entire dialogue as he takes a look.
Ruling on the field was that the kick went off of a Philadelphia player and recovered by Orlando. What do we? Okay. Thanks. Do we have a side shot? So it's another touch on White. There we go. It went off of White. That's player number 8. Can you back up? Rock this back a little bit, right there. Whoa, it's a 7-yard line. Okay, so it's going to be Philadelphia's ball at the 7-yard line. Illegal touching by Orlando. Okay, thank you.
As we suspected, it's illegal touching on Orlando. Philly will get it inside the 10.
After review, the kick actually went off number 7 for Orlando at the 7-yard line. Philadelphia's ball, first down.
Pat, you said we would get an onside kick fest from Mark
Philadelphia
Lewis.
has not charged the timeout.
Orlando trying to come back from a 4-touchdown deficit. They got 1 touchdown back, trying to steal another possession, but you can't be the first to touch it. Back with more Philly on the doorstep again when we return. Monday night, 11 Eastern, we head down under as the world's best female surfers carve through fierce waves from Bells Beach at the World Surf League Rip Curl Pro from Australia, right here on the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.
First and goal solo on the Predators' 7-yard line.
8 Philly offensive possessions, 4 starting in plus territory because of 4 failed onside kicks by Orlando. Reynolds in motion. Radama flips it out. It's knocked down. Up front, Calvin Fance with the deflection.
Good reaction by Calvin Fance, getting his hands up. He's a former Philadelphia Soul player and started his career here. That would have been a huge turnover if he was able to come down with that. Rob Keefe knows he needs to make something happen here defensively and get a stop, turnover, keep him out of the end zone. He's got to get the ball back in his offense hands.
Ranabaugh rifles it in the corner, too high for Kalena Moku. Ken Richardson in coverage.
Good job by Orlando. Good pass rush there, and a good job on the back end. Making Ranabaugh throw the football away.
Everybody take a deep breath, all right? We're going to play, we're going to go on 2, okay? Ribs left, 60, you go on 2, baby.
Come on, man, you got to get out the way.
Ranabaugh. Impressive numbers again tonight. Looked like the motion man was out in front of that. Reynolds.
Full start, 19, offense, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Yeah, you heard Dan Ranabaugh in the huddle say on 2. Tried to hard count Orlando, and it made Ryan McDaniel jump off.
Third and goal, sold down at 12. Third and goal, sold at 12.
That's Saber. Double post. Saber.
Third and goal from the 12. 8 to play in the game. Ranabaugh lost it. Well, he was able to hold it somehow. No, it was loose at the end, but they blew it dead.
That's a turnover. That's a strip sack turnover. Orlando got the ball. That's what Coach Rob Keefe needed for his team. Huge play by Orlando.
Daryl Cato Bishop.
Watch Cato Bishop on the right-hand side just run the
Going on the
hoop.
field was a fumble recovered by Orlando.
Strip sack
the
recover.
helmet fell off, therefore he was dead at the spot. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, helmet removal, Orlando. It's a 10-yard penalty. Correction, half the distance, first down.
So Cato Bishop called for the penalty, but you're right, he recovered it. He was on the ground, so down right there.
You watch Cato Bishop fakes to the inside move and just runs the hoop. And a great job of getting home to the quarterback. A rare sack on Dan Ranabaugh.
And he gets called for the penalty for his helmet coming off. So from the 10, Orlando eventually does steal a possession here. And a score in a hurry, caught by Brandon Tompkins. Hit immediately there by James Romaine.
And now you want to get your pace going. It's not necessarily a no-huddle, high-tempo lineup on the ball, but you got to get in and out of the huddle quickly because you've got ground to make up. You see the Orlando with a little more juice getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Only 35 second-half yards. Hipper guns it, caught, wide open. Carr creating contacts. Falls forward down to the 7.
They need to get in and out of the huddle. You'll see the sense of urgency now with Matt Sock getting the call in to Hipper quickly. See him going into the huddle, saying, come on, guys, let's go. Let's get our substitution. Let's get in and out. Now they're bringing in Kendall Tompkins.
A gain of 23 as Carr comes out. With their ability to onside kick, you said it. Quick score here. If you're able to finally recover this one, they're 0 for 4 so far on onside opportunities. Hipper floats it up end zone for Brackens. Belton wanted offensive interference.
Well, it's not, because once the ball is tipped, and that ball was tipped, all bets are off in the secondary. You can see here this ball gets tipped, or the arm hit. Now all bets are off, so that's why Larry Brackens, with his experience, kind of grabs Tracy Belton to prevent an interception.
Second down goal, 6 to play. Hippard, quick strike. Brandon Tompkins spins ahead and carries tacklers down to the 2.
They got to get everyone off the pile and get going, get back in the huddle as the clock ticks. Outside of a minute at the half and a minute of the game, the clock runs regardless of you going out of bounds. So Orlando needs to keep moving, getting in and out.
Third and goal. Touchdown, Orlando.
Now again, you see the urgency trying to get into this PAT because the clock runs until it's kicked. Now they're going to go for 2. Rob Keefe electing to go for 2. And the clock ticks.
Chad Anderson on that touchdown catch. Normally not the tight end, just a regular guard, but eligible that time. 2-point try. Hippard over the middle, zings it incomplete. Off the hands of Brandon Tompkins, so it remains 55-40.
Still not enough.
In any case, Orlando not going away. A rare catch and a touchdown for big Chad Anderson. Orlando making a late push. They've scored the game's last 13 points to pull to within 15. Their offense came in number 2 in the league. Philly's defense number 1. Philly has held him to just 40. 2 for 11 on onside, 0 for 4 tonight. Here comes another one from Mark Lewis. Skitters on the ground, and it's picked up by Orlando. And it was first touched by Philly, so this one is good to go. And the Preds steal a possession, finally tonight successful on an onside kick.
You know, you can't blink in this league. Things swing so quickly in the Arena Football League. Great onside kick.
Recovered by Orlando, first down.
Great kick by Mark Lewis. Get exactly what you want. Touch one of their players that's trying to block. The front line of the recovery team is just trying to block and let the guys behind him recover, but Mark Lewis just catches the leg.
65 eligible, 65.
Up best.
So Orlando steals one. Can they convert? Hippard gonna run. Hippard with a good job. Gain 9. Maybe 8. 4 to play. They've got to continue to hurry. They've got their full complement of 3 timeouts. Trying to get this down and make it a 1-possession game suddenly after trailing 55-27.
Nice job by Hippier on an 8-yard run there. Really got out of some trouble there.
Second down, 2. Caught Tompkins, then he lost it. Against the wall, he lost it. It's ruled incomplete.
Really a pinpoint pass by Hippier. Watch the accuracy here right along the wall. And it looked like Romaine might have got a finger on that ball and disrupted the flight of it.
.310 to play. 3rd and 2. Hippard launches it wide open. Tompkins, touchdown Predators.
It's never over in arena football, Brent. It really isn't. Now you're going to see again Orlando hurry to get this PAT attempted.
Mark Lewis slips it inside the right upright. 2:31 left. It's never over. Hippard, 34 yards up top to Brandon Tompkins. It's a 20-0 run for the Preds. Orlando has stormed back in the game. Their head coach is with Cassie.
Coach, what did you just tell your team in that last huddle?
Then we got to execute.
And how do you get them to execute here in these final minutes?
By doing it.
Are you going to onside kick, Coach? Guys, he's busy, focused.
Cassie, great job. They are going to onside kick, correct?
Yeah, I believe they need to do that again. You know, you don't want to give the ball back and let Philadelphia chew up a bunch of time and potentially score, and then it's a two-possession game and really run out of time. So with the ability of Mark Lewis, you've got to onside kick the football here.
Here it comes along the ground. It's loose, but it was first touched by Orlando within 10 yards. And Philly recovered anyway. So this time it doesn't work. Orlando now 1 of 6 on onside kicks. Philly's offense only 38 yards this half. Now, part of that is recovering onside kicks in short fields.
Yeah, you can see Coach Dozo made some adjustments to his return team there, and you see them get out of the way of that ball. Excellent job of coaching them up. An in-game adjustment that worked for Clint Dozo on the Philadelphia Soul.
Philly went on a 28-0 run. Orlando has scored the last 20. It's an 8-point game, 2:15 left. Swing it out. McDaniel down the near boards. And a marker down after the play.
Flag on the play.
I think Darius Reynolds might get called for holding there.
Holding, 7. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
You got it.
This situation, you're going to see a very aggressive Orlando defense here. Coach Keefe is telling his secondary, probably crawl up on top of these receivers and make them throw the ball over the top. They've got to get the ball back, regardless whether they score or don't score. They've got to get the ball in their hands to score, and then onside kick, get the ball back. I know it sounds strange, it's unique, but watch. See if we see Darius Reynolds. He gets outside the framework, and that's a hold. See, once you put your hands up like that, you're going to get called for a foul.
First and 20. Reynolds steaming down the middle of the field, upended inside the 10.
First down.
That's a big first down. I like the play call too by Clint Dozo. Get the ball in your physical receiver's hands behind the line of scrimmage. Catch him in high motion. Get the ball out and just let him punish the secondary with a size advantage.
Looking just shy of the end zone. It's a reception made by Reynolds. That'll bring up third down.
You know, there's a thing that when you evaluate wide receivers, there's this thing called play strength. Look in the dictionary, and it's Darius Reynolds. Tremendous play strength.
1 minute warning. 1 minute timing rules are now in effect. Both teams have 3 timeouts left.
1 minute warning here in Philadelphia.
All right, and with a minute to play, and the game, your judges game update.
If you want access to every AFL game at once, go to arenafootball.com, click AFL Live for online broadcasts of games around the league. These two teams come in with the top 2 records. Orlando 7-0, Philly 6-1. Top 2 teams in the league, top 2 in the American. Rattlers and LA Kiss, top 2 of the National. They're squaring off tonight. Rattlers first half leading 20-7. 3rd and 2, 1 minute to play. Orlando is stormed back with 20 unanswered points. A huge play here for Philly inside the 5. Flip it out in the flat to the end zone. McDaniel with the touchdown.
That's going to
and
come
a marker
back.
Down.
It's going to be a foul on it. Lonnie Outlaw.
Pass interference, 4. Offense, 10-yard penalty. Still third down.
Now Clint's going to argue that the ball was thrown behind the line of scrimmage and that he's allowed to block downfield. He does have a form of an argument there because a lot of times that does not get called. And the officials are discussing. See, watch this ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Outlaw comes down and blocks. But Clint Dolezel's point is that...
Correction, after further discussion, the pass was caught right at the line or behind the line. Therefore, no offensive pass interference downfield. Result of the play is touchdown.
You're on it, Pat. Three-yard touchdown, McDaniel, and what a huge call that is. With 56 seconds, it's back to a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, right behind the line of scrimmage, and that never gets called. And so, if anything, maybe Darius Reynolds held there at the perimeter, but in any event, it's a touchdown.
Freeburg. The lead is 15 once again.
With 56 seconds to play in Judgment Game Update. Soul 62. Predators not close.
(62-47). Philly had to answer there. They got it done. What a play call, huh?
Yeah, it was. And, you know, Clint Dolezel's got a whole array on his call sheet of really inside the 5 passing game that really a lot of coaches model after. He's always done a really good job and efficient down there in the passing game because it's tough down there when you get close to throw it in.
And he's got so many weapons and so many differing weapons. Reynolds, McDaniel, Koinamoku, Outlaw, they all bring something different to the table. You hear the Rocky theme in the background. We are in Rocky City tonight. These are really heavyweights tonight. I mean, you say it a lot in sports when you do a game in this city, but two teams with the best records coming in, and they treated us to a good one.
They really did. But listen, hold on.
It's not over. It's not.
I mean, I've seen it's 56 seconds, but you may see 2 or 3 more scores, Brent. This thing's not over. You can't just go take a knee. Orlando's going to get a possession here. They've got timeouts.
And as we've alluded to, the final minute of these AFL games, so many things can happen.
Absolutely. The clock will stop when it normally doesn't. And this is where games are won and lost.
Freeburg has been able to, for the most part, keep it out of the hands of Tompkins, the return man, tonight. Boy, wouldn't he love another one of those off the iron. This one is clean off the net. Tompkins wrapped up at the 7. Nothing doing this time. Gooseby, the tackle.
Joe Gooseby on the stop.
So now Matt Salk will try to push the offense. You know, ideally, you'd like to catch balls out near the wall to get out of bounds because the clock does stop in the final minute. But if you don't, you got to have another play ready to roll and get up to the ball.
Brandon Tompkins in motion. Hipper near boards. Kendall Tompkins the catch and quickly out.
Now Matt Salk will try to get, you see offensive coordinator right there, Matt Salk, he's try to get a little breathing room away from the paint there. And then maybe take some shots down the field. But in the interim, ball's out on the perimeter, near the wall, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save your timeouts. The idea is score here, onside kick, you get the possession, you can go down and win or tie the ball game up. So anything can happen.
Rifled over the middle. Carr out to the 21. 44 seconds. Again, the Preds still have all 3 timeouts.
Exactly right, Brandon. A nice job by Hipper to stepping up and climbing the pocket and finding his big target in Greg Carr. in these situations, Orlando's won a ton of close games like this throughout the season to maintain their undefeated record. They're used to this situation.
Hipper dumps it off. Carr again. Marker down. He's at the 19 of Philly. 38 seconds.
And that's going to be an illegal defense on Philadelphia. They'll tack on more yards. Joe Goosby's arguing, but he's out of the box. You cannot leave the 5-yard box.
It's amazing to make that mistake.
He's going to argue that there was a pump fake that it made him leave the box, but we'll see what the officials
No
decide.
foul for illegal linebacker being out of the box. Quarterback had a pump fake. Therefore, result of the play, first down.
Is that one of the rare times the player pleads his case and gets it?
Well, the thing is, and it's frustrating as head coach, is sometimes that rule is, enforced. The pump fake, you can leave the box, and sometimes it's not. So in this case, in any event, it was enforced as a no call.
Jaworski's team trying to hold on late from the 19. Hipper guns it. Brandon Tompkins at the 15. Player down is Justin McCray.
Man down.
Yeah, fullback Justin McCray.
By rule, Orlando is charged a timeout. That's their first.
And that's a rule in the final minute with an injury. Watch 64 right here. There's a lot going on down there. He gets rolled up on from the back and immediately goes down. See him right here. Watch him get rolled up around that ankle. You just hate to see that, not only for the injury from a team standpoint, but also there's an automatic charge timeout, even though he does have a legitimate injury. So a timeout loss for Orlando, which leaves them 2.
His brother, twin brother Jordan right there. Starred together at UCF. Now in the Arena League, and Justin being helped off.
So
from the 15 on second. Hippard caught. Tompkins reverses field, stays on his feet and scores. With 26 seconds, Brandon Tompkins into the end zone.
And they're going to go. They're going to kick this PAT. They're going to wait, which is smart. Kick the PAT now. If you're able to convert on the onside kick and score, then you go for 2. And try to tie this ball game, make it go into overtime.
Huge PAT for Lewis.
Timeout, Philadelphia. They're
Philly
first.
calls time.
30 seconds.
Ice the kicker, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting timeout.
Tompkins now 12 catches for $140 and 5 touchdowns.
Watch Tompkins just sit down in the zone. Kind of a blown coverage here, overplaying it. And a nice move, breaking out, and then the yards after catch. Good poise by the Orlando offense. Again, they're used to this type of situation, and winning these close games, they've had to do it 3 or 4 times to maintain this undefeated record.
3 wins by 3 points or less. Extra point Lewis to make it an 8-point game. Got it. Down the middle. It's a 1-possession game. Now a dust up after. Neither team can afford a unsportsmanlike here. So 26 seconds. We'll get the onside kick. Orlando obviously You get the recovery, the touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and we're tied.
It's stranger things have happened. I mean, this, and even these extra points. I mean, 9-foot uprights, Brent. Not very much margin for error, and a good job by Mark Lewis banging it through. Now, it's which fastball in the pitching repertoire of our kicker here, Mark Lewis. Which one's he going to do? He's got the dribble. He's got the. You got some names for him, Brent? You probably got some. I've seen so many of them.
You taught them all when you were his head coach.
I'll tell you what, I did not teach it to him. This guy's good. I mean, he's the best at it in the league.
I love the high popper early. Now, they didn't recover that one, but they had the balls bouncing all over the place.
Yeah. And really, it's a situation where you ask your kicker. I mean, you say, hey, which one do you want, Mark? And he'll tell you. He'll tell the coach. Because no one knows better than he does.
The last couple, he's kicked off to his right, burners on the ground.
Yeah. So
one of them they recovered.
Now this one isn't really set up. You can tell where Mark Lewis lines. See, he's on the hash mark. Probably not going to be the burner type kick based on where he's placed the ball there on that hash.
From the Geico goal line, a huge onside chance. Goes left. It's loose. Picked up by Philly. Inside the 10.
Now an interesting nuance of the Arena Football League. Watch this onside kick coming all the way across his body. Got the ball bouncing like Mark Lewis wanted it to, but unable to come up with the ball.
Gooseby makes the recovery. Now a marker down. This is going to be some kind of unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike conduct for Orlando. Half the distance, first down.
That's Greg Carr.
Now, in the Arena Football League, you can't just take a knee and let the clock run. You have to get positive yards, as you already know, Brent. So it's not like, that's what's beautiful about this too, is like it's not over. So you've got to compete to get an inch in this situation to make the clock run and force Rob Keefe to use the timeout. If you do not gain positive yards, the clock stops.
Yeah.
So it's never over.
Never.
You have a bad snap. I mean, you know, you just never know.
This could potentially be the longest 24 seconds of your week. This is positive for Richardson. So Keefe will burn a timeout.
That's right.
Which leaves him with one.
Orlando, their second, 30 seconds.
So for Philadelphia, Clint knows he needs to get positive yards here in second down. Make Rob Keefe burn his last time out, and then on third down get positive yards and the game's over.
Wow.
So it's never over. You know what I mean? Like it's, hey, go out and take a knee. No, you can't.
Orlando has made a heck of a second half run after trailing 55-27 deep in the third. Would you surprise him at all and throw for the end zone?
No, I was about to say, Clint will do this sometimes in a situation.
Hand off Richardson, positive yardage. Spun down, final timeout.
Timeout.
Burned.
Orlando, that's their third, 30 seconds.
So, just to reiterate what you said, out of this timeout on third down, if Philly gains...
Operator, please put 16 seconds on the clock. 16.
It'll be 16 seconds, but if Philly, out of this timeout, gains any kind of positive yardage, the game will be over.
The game's over. Then you backtrack to the McCray injury where they had to burn a timeout. If they had that timeout, they could have made this thing go down to fourth down, Brent. That's why the timeouts are precious. The clock is precious. Like, every down matters. That's the beauty of this game.
There's nothing you can do, though, when a guy gets rolled up on. Right. He's laying on the field, you know. Wow. So this is the game. If Philly moves it forward at all, it's over. That's it. No timeouts left.
the end of regulation, Seoul sending the Predators home with their first loss of the season.
First loss of the year for Orlando. 6 straight wins for Philadelphia as they move to 7-1. Despite a furious rally late by the Orlando Predators, trying to remain unbeaten. Cassie down below.
Coach, Orlando made a late push. How are you guys able to hold them off?
Well, I mean, they're a good football team. There's a reason they're 7-0. There's no question about that. I mean, we got to do better recovering onside kicks. I mean, that's really tough. That's the nature of our game, so we got to learn to finish.
And this was a pivotal game for both teams. What does this win mean for y'all?
Well, it means we're in first place right now. We're tied head-to-head, so we know we play them again, so it's going to come down to that.
And how do you carry this momentum through the rest of the season?
Well, because it's a long season. You know, this game means a lot right now, but next week's the next biggest game, so.
Congratulations, Coach. Thank you.
Both teams now 7-1. Tied atop the American Conference. We got what we wanted. We came on the air saying this was pivotal, 2 best teams in the league. They each, in successive weeks, have knocked off the Rattlers, and they played a doozy tonight.
It was a great game, and it came down to that one turnover really changing everything by Hollis, and really a great effort by Orlando, fighting back, battling back. The game's never over, but what a huge win for Clint Dolezal last couple of weeks. An Arizona win, Orlando win, pretty good.
Yeah. Hippert in the loss, 26 of 41 for 276 and 8 touchdowns. Brandon Tompkins, 13 receptions for 144 and 5 scores. But Aradaba and company, they get the win. Dan is with Cassie.
Hold off Orlando. What did it take tonight?
You know, it took 60 minutes and all 3 phases of the game. Made some plays on special team. Defense got a couple big stops, and then offense, we were able to punch it in when we needed to. But I give them credit. They're a great team. They're well coached. They've got veteran players, so we can't let them hang around like that. You know, they took advantage of some things we struggled with at the end, but I'm proud of our guys.
And talk about all 3 phases. What a team effort tonight.
Oh, yeah, you know, and it starts every week with the preparation and practicing in the film room. So I got to give Coach all the credit and my O-line because they do a great job, and we're just out here having a blast.
And your offense specifically, having a blast tonight. What did you like from them?
You know, we were able to convert and stay out of 4th down a lot. And, you know, like I said, score when we needed to, but we'll avoid some of those mistakes we made and get better every week.
Congratulations. Thanks.
Aradaba in his last 6 games, 36 touchdowns, only 2 picks. Jeremy Richardson had 3 rushing touchdowns. Aradaba threw for 180 and 4 scores. 3 scores to Darius Reynolds, 1 to Ryan McDaniel late. 62-54 is the final in a thriller here at Wells Fargo Center in Philly. The Soul get it done. First loss of the year for Orlando, so both teams now 7-1 after an 8-point Soul victory. For Pat O'Hara, Cassie McKinney, and our entire CBS crew, I'm Brent Stover. Our next telecast next Saturday, 7 Eastern, the Philadelphia Soul take on the Cleveland Gladiators. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network in association with Tupelo Honey Raycom. Coming up next, the world's strongest man qualifying archives from 1999. So long from Philly.